On today's video, I'm going to show you guys a few things to keep your hand auger cutting like it should. Hey there, outdoor YouTubers. It's Dave Knetter from Knetters Practical Outdoors, and we're out here on the ice today, and we're going to cut a few holes with our hand auger, and got a few tips for you guys to keep these hand augers cutting real well. Now, a lot of guys realize that you really want to have sharp blades, to keep your hand auger cutting well. That's pretty obvious. But one thing that a lot of guys don't realize is you got to kind of be careful with this cutting head and not let these brackets that these blades bolt onto get bent, okay? And what happens is a lot of guys, they'll be like banging, pounding, prying with their hand auger, and you really don't want to do that. You don't want to do anything that risks this cutting head and these brackets getting bent in any way, shape, or form, okay? It's not just the sharp blades, okay? You get dull blades, you guys know, change them, sharpen them, whatever. But sometimes these brackets get bent and guys don't even realize it. I'll show you a couple ways they do that. One way is, and you know this, a lot of guys like to take the auger, drill part way down, and then just kind of leave it that way. That's kind of like they'll store it that way when they're out fishing. But here's what happens, right? You got this leverage, you got a lot of leverage in the length of this auger. Your buddy comes up to it, he's leaning on it, he's prying on it, he's drunk maybe. He's like, oh, hey, that's a nice pike. It's, not as good as the one I got last week, though. Hey! And he's bending on it and prying on it. And pretty quick, these brackets, again, the end of your auger can get bent because you got a lot of leverage, with the length of this auger, right? Okay, that's one way that the ends of the auger get bent up. The other way is when you're drilling, and here's an example of this auger cuts real well, and you'll see. I'll drill a hole here and see how long it takes me. We'll even measure the ice when we're done. But here's what guys do a lot of times when they're drilling a hole. Okay, they get through, but there's always a little bit of an ice lip on the bottom of the hole. On the bottom edge of the hole, there's usually a little chunk of ice that still needs to be broken off. That's why I can't really bring this auger straight up. I kind of got to corkscrew it out because there's a little lip of ice down there. What a lot of guys do is they back the auger up and then they pound down to try to get that lip of ice out of there. And you don't want to do that. You're going to risk bending up that cutting head. So what you want to do when you get through, you break through, you want to make sure and turn it even a little further down. Get that cutting head well below the bottom edge of the ice, and you want to push that lip out. See that? Now the auger comes up straight, okay? That's the thing that I see a lot of guys do that wrong. You cut through, you get through, and then you just want to push that lip of ice out of there. You don't want to pull the auger up and then bang it down. That's never a good idea. And you want to use this part of the auger to break that lip away. You don't want to use this cutting edge to break that lip away. So let's take a look and see how much ice we got here. Right there. Got about 16 inches of ice. So that didn't take us too long to get through 16 inches of ice with a good, sharp, well-maintained auger. I did make a video on maintaining and using a hand auger. If you go to Knetters Practical Outdoors, go to my ice fishing playlist. I do have another hand auger video. It gets into a little bit more of the maintenance of these things. You might be interested in checking that out if you use hand augers. If you're going to drill 25 holes, probably don't want to go this route, but for a couple holes it works real well. And hey guys, remember to hunt, fish, laugh, repeat. It's Dave Knetter from Knetters Practical Outdoors. Hey, thanks for watching and God bless.